Alrighty, Roo, and cuckoo to you and all my nobodies not watching out there. We now join our game, apparently already in progress from the last where the thing ended that I just watched. Let me see. No, it looks like I picked it back up and didn't record stuff, or started it, clicked the button and moved on. I don't know. Whatever, man. I need an assistant. I need somebody to organize my shit. Just make my life work. I really do. I really do. Not for this stupid YouTube thing that's not gonna, people don't watch. But like just life. Just like I could be so much more effective, do so much more if I had somebody who knew how to do things and be like an adult for me, so I could just be me and not have to worry about those things instead of it take me too much time and energy to even attempt most of the time. Somebody please send help. Like, I need an adult, always. Like, I need an adult. I really shouldn't be left without adult supervision, and the only adult supervision that I really would like normally want or get would be like of like the I don't know if I can. Okay, never mind. I'm just going to be quiet now because I don't know if I should say those things. Giggity goo. That's all I'm gonna say, and I'm all good with that, but I don't actually even get that. So wah. But like actually no. Somebody please help me. Because I can't the things, or it's not adulting for me. It's like wah 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 wah. Yeah. Anyway, I don't even know where I'm at, so let's just pick up for where we are. Last but not least, Agathon's mortal grandmother, Sylvia. She is the light of his life and the person who took care of him after his parents died in a ritual murder. Jeez, okay, you fucking cheese whiz, man. Not quite what I expected. I was unaware or I forgot, but I don't know if that ever got covered the last time. Who did the murder? Was it the butler in the study with the candlestick? Nah, it's probably his fucking girlfriend or his sire or somebody else. A ritual murder. That sounds very much Tremere-y, so I mean it could have been Agathon himself. Dun dun dun. Frick, it could have been somebody just trying to make it look like it was a Tremere, and it wasn't even a Tremere at all. And there's other things that do rituals, but we haven't actually talked about most the other that sort of thing. So, I mean, for all I know, it was my clan, you know? They do rituals and shit. Not as much as the Giovanni, but, you know, you never know. Her family used to serve a cruel vampire in Mexico City, and it was retribution for their escape. Was the lead Tremere used to track him down, actually? Oh, okay. So that's why she was so like, yeah, no, I smell vampire. You're a vampire. You seem cool though. I like you. You're sweet. Have some of this. It's like, man, you know I'm a vampire. I can't, like, when your grandma is so nice, she cannot not offer you, you know, you're so thin. Eat. It's like, I can't, like, like, you're too nice for me to consume, even if I'm hungry. That's terrible, that's horrible, and there's reasons not to, but you're trying to give me, like, you know, tamales, it's just like, I mean, I would love to, like, I'm sure they are amazing, but, no, I can't, sorry, don't waste it, not even the tea, don't bother. But interesting, they worked for Tremere in Mexico City specifically, and then they were just like, nah, we don't like this guy because he's kind of a jerk, so let's go from Mexico City to New York City. Huh, that's an interesting twist I didn't expect. He was keeping her alive for a long time, but a few months ago her... Oh, don't do that to me, game. I just walked in. I just walked in the door, game. I haven't been here for a while, or maybe I came back for a little bit, but not much. I cared about her. She was sweet. She was abuelita. Maybe he brought her back? No. Well, I guess he wasn't, like, you know, I don't know. Dude, you're a fucking Tremere. Can't you, like, extend people's lives? Like, there are many powers of the Tremere that would be considered unnatural. Like, fucking use the Force, Luke. Damn it. Like, or, I don't know, just, like, this woman loves you anyway. It's not like she's actually gonna be... I mean, she would be blood bound to you if you make her a ghoul, but, like... It's not like it's really gonna change much, because she already loves you anyway. There will be some loss of free will, I think, but... she's your abuelita, like, that's sort of like... like, she's sort of blood bound to you anyway already, like, that's... all just means that she keeps living. But, okay, sure, whatever. You mean you're the Tremere guy that... fuck you, man. Dude, you just suck at everything, Agathon. I'm just not a fan. I am not a fan. You are just the worst. You're... other than that, there's other worst, but you're up there. You're definitely top 5. Maybe top 3, but definitely top 5. He was keeping her alive for a long time, but a few months ago. Her heart gave up. Wow. Very sad. No, this one's for Abuelita Sylvia. Bam. That's just a can of water, like Matt Damon. They actually do have cans of water. But Agathon blamed his insufficient skills. Well, it probably wasn't that, but he should probably blame himself, because he kind of sucks. The kind of man who carries the entire... no... Man can't even carry the responsibility of the girlfriend thing properly. Wow. He was the worst. He was just the worst interaction in the other game, in my opinion. Other than people who actually wanted to kill me. Left alone with Aisling, he drowned himself in work and eventually burned out. Doesn't sound like Sylvia's death was the only event that triggered his depression spiral. But, no. I mean, he was already having problems, dude. He was already not great. But that would definitely, you know... There was some kind of incident back in 2019. He doesn't cite specifics. And anything he was worried about writing down? It's all vague mentions of a person who made him fly too close to the sun. I'm guessing it's his crazy ex-girlfriend. Made him all Icarus-y. It's like, I think you're just kind of Icarus-y anyway. And yes, she's crazy ex-girlfriend, but you're crazy too. Both of you are crazy and toxic and terrible. And I still am not, I'm not settled on how that would turn out in a Jerry Springer show outcome. Like, which one I would be like, you know, if I was watching Maury or whatever, which one I'm gonna be like, hey, Dr. Phil, like, who is the better of the two? I don't know. And I might side with the crazy ex-girlfriend. That's how bad you are. Because also I know Aisling and she kind of sucks too. Like, she's terrible. Whatever happened, it had the same effect on his grandma's death. New York stopped feeling like a home to him and became alien, empty, grotesque. His words. Okay. I checked the first page. It's a recent photograph of him glued to the inner side of the cover. He's facing away from the camera, only showing his profile, striking a rather dramatic pose. How Toreador of you, Tremere. Like, is this his... Am I reading his journal or his diary? And he's like, in case is found, return to this person. Also, you can't see me. Like, or is this like, I don't even remember what this is. At first, it looks kind of poserish to me. However, upon closer inspection, it seems like a goodbye photo. The final melancholic glance he throws your direction before disappearing for good. So what, he's like, this is my memoirs, my autobiography, goodbye cruel world? Like, I'm not gonna be particularly sad if he's gone, but I'm more upset about his abuelita. But him, I don't. But I'm sure it'll be a problem for me if that's the case. But also, it could be not a real thing. He could just pretending to be gone, or he could just deuces, I'm out. Also, there's a single black feather. No idea what it means. Trying to think of anybody who has anything to do with crows, birds that are black. That one guy did something with pigeons, but I don't remember. It might be something else. Something's written next to the photograph with a lot of flourish. It looks like a poem. Are we sure this man wasn't a toreador that just somehow learned thaumaturgy? Because that's... I mean, I'm not saying that Tremere can't be that way. He's checking a lot of toreador boxes and not so many Tremere boxes. Like, I know that he has thaumaturgy. I seen it. He done the things. Like, I've seen him use the magic. He's part of the chantry. Like, he's got a sire it's like, but... And I'm not saying Tremere can't be emo and people can't have personalities and all that shit, but it's just like, it's a bit... Tremere mostly known for their rather cold emotionlessness, as you can see with Aisling. They science. That's sort of what they do. They magic and science, and that's kind of their thing. Doesn't mean they can't have feelings or don't, but that's just sort of what they're known for. So for him to be like a fucking, for him to be all like la la ooh rah rah, like it's fucking, and just out there, and yeah, bad daytime television is strange, and then he wants to go all My Chemical Romance here. Like, well, I mean, okay, I would consider it poetry, but it's lyrics to music, blah, 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 you know, well, I don't know, I guess. I'll have to hear the poem before I can try to choose, yeah. More than annoyed. Sad. Is that it? What are you, fucking, Crash and the Boys? Like, this next song is called I Am So Sad. So very, very sad. So sad! It's not a race, guys! It's not even a haiku. Oh, okay, there's more. But, no, wait, there's more. More than sad. Unhappy. So, to me, just based on my understanding of definitions and the usage of language, unhappy probably comes before sad as far as intensity levels. Like, you're going to be unhappy, and then you're going down into worse, and then you become sad. Unhappy just means not happy. It's the opposite of happy. Sad is an active, its own thing. So I feel like that would be worse. But that's just me. But, you know, maybe he's not a poet laureate. So whatever, fuck it. More than unhappy. Suffering. See, there. It makes more sense to be like unhappy, sad, suffering. Crash and the Boys. More than suffering, abandoned. Depends on the level of abandonment, but sure, yeah. More than abandoned, alone in the world. See, that I guess that could be more intense than abandoned. Yeah. More than alone. Exiled. More than exiled. Dead. Yeah, we're all dead. You're dead. I'm dead. Nobody's heart is like, motherfucker, we both criminals. We both dead inside. Like, we're vampires, dude. Like, that we're all dead or undead, but still dead. Like, but okay, are you like 86 final death? Like, more than dead, forgotten. Okay, that's really distressing me because I keep seeing a theme in that in my life right now. Sedative, 1917 by Marie Laurencin. Laurencin, I don't know. Well, I feel bad now because I was mocking an actual poet, it seems, probably. I don't know, I'd have to look it up to see if that's actually a real person or just a character that was made up for this. I'm not a fan so far, for what it's worth. As a poet, as a person who reads poetry and actually has written poetry within the last probably 24 hours of some kind, and read poetry so that I could write my poetry because I wanted to make a reference to something, and I was displeased. I don't agree with the internet's interpretation of Robert Frost's thing being like, oh, but behind the scenes he was just talking of this and that. It's like, I actually went on a whole personal tangent there. Not going into it. I think the initial understanding is what matters, not that he was trying to say regret is meaningless and that it's like, that's not like, it's like, it didn't matter, nothing, neither of these really makes a difference, they're both basically the same. It's like, you're ignoring the entire last line. And yes, you're focusing on the title, but you could also consider the title in the sense that that's the whole point of what he's trying to state. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't even know if this is a real person. I might remember. Try to look it up. Looks like he wrote it down recently. It might have resonated with his emotional state over the past few months. Yeah, no, get some therapy, you know, like, you know, find a friend. I don't know who that would be. I don't know if my character still... I can't remember if my character died in the last thing. I don't recall actually how it ended. Because I think it was so frustrating. I was just like, fuck all this. This is some bullshit. This sucks. I don't know why I'm playing this one. Why do I make myself play games that I don't like? Because you spent money on them, sir. Right. That does make sense. You want to get your bang for this. This one, actually, I'm enjoying, though, comparatively. The other one, not so much. But I want to support Vampire the Masquerade. Bloodlines 2, please actually come out. And just don't be a bag full of, you know, like... I don't know what I can say, but you know, like, I just want to Boondocks references. Don't be a bag full of infant genitalia, male infant genitalia. Don't be a bag full of that. Like, be cool. Like, I don't even know. That sounds actually that sounds worse. That actually sounds worse than just saying it's standard. Again, Boondocks reference. Is resonate with his... Yeah. Most importantly, it seems to confirm his intent with this diary to me. So we're calling it a diary. Generally, I don't know if there's actually a difference when it comes to diary and journal. I just know that in a lot of media, male-type, gendered people identifying whatever tend to get offended if you try to call it a diary. Like, I think, like, I don't know if there's actually, like, a specific difference, definition-wise, which is actually kind of like, I wonder, but,
That just seems to be the case. It doesn't matter. I mean, it could be. I don't care. Why am I talking about this? The general idea seems to be his research will outlive him, so he doesn't even detail it. Still, he wanted some kind of tangible memory of who he was left for posterity. So is he dead? Because I'm okay with that, but let's just confirm the thing. I just want to know. But that's not all. But wait, there's more. There's still a mystery to be solved. The game is afoot. Let's get Scooby-Doo. Can we just get Velma? Velma normally did most of the work. I hate to be it, but like... it was mostly Velma and Fred, and I don't like that. Velma did all the actual research, and then Fred would always make a trap. And everybody else, like Daphne, usually just sort of damseled in distress. That was a plot convenient thing that moved things forward. And Scooby-Doo and Shaggy pretty much just ran around and served as bait. You know, comedy and all that stuff, but ultimately just extra boots on the ground, whatever. Quite a few pages towards the end are missing, but it doesn't look like they were necessarily removed to redact information. Not like the person's like, oh, I don't want this anymore, I take it back, I disavow it. They were torn off in a way that makes it clear that the paper wasn't ever used. What's more, the preceding pages are empty as... oh, fuck, well, yeah, it could be that. I don't know, what was it that it said? It was empty as well. It could be that. Okay. So maybe they just weren't... That's so weird. Why would you do that? Unless you just needed a piece of paper to leave a note or something. Why would you take a... Okay. That's when it happens again. I notice a bizarre shape in my peripheral vision. It's Slender Man. It's the Grinning Man. Oh shit, actually no. Oh fuck. I got scared for a second. There's actually a creepy shadow lady over there. She's gone now, but she'll be back. Wait for it. Wait for it. There's a guy walking over in that back corner now. But he's like, wait for it. See? Yep. Slender Woman. Slender Whoa Man. Whoa Man. She broke my heart. I don't know the rest of the lyrics to this beat poetry Michael Myers did in a movie that's super old called So I Married an Axe Murderer. Okay, anyway. Oh, shit. Bleed. I prefer not to. Is that a request? Is that a threat? Or is it, like, part of a puzzle? Yeah. I turn to catch a glimpse as fast as possible, but it's already gone, and my heart could beat faster right now. It would be jumping out of my chest. Ooh, spooky, scary skeletons. Like, what the fuck are you control shadows? You should not be bothered by this. You are one with the darkness. You were raised in the dark, and everybody else was merely adopted by it. Or, well, actually, you were adopted by it by becoming them. You get what I'm saying. It's discomforting. I've been seeing these apparitions ever since I turned into this. Oh, okay. So this is not that unusual of an occurrence. It's just like, oh yeah, it's like, yeah, it's one of those sleep paralysis demons again. That's all. No worries. The worst part is, I feel they're always there. Even as a mortal, they were sometimes in the corner. Right? Yeah, no, people. Yeah, the man in the hat and all that shit. Disappearing. The Bagman from D&D. Disappearing when I try to look directly at them, making me think it was just my mind playing tricks on me. But when you're part of the Night Clan, there are times they don't disappear. There are times they talk. There are times they try to force you to do their bidding. And worst of all... No, I don't want to think about it right now. I'm going to end this because I don't know how long it's gone on, and I feel like time is going, and I've been sitting here kind of ranting because I'm tired. And that's how I play this game, apparently. That's how I force myself to do the thing. Also, somebody please flip that carpet down. That's a safety hazard. Please, if you would be so kind.